They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Foles completes it to Lee. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Foles. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 67 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll give to Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Foles. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, here we go. I got you. Hey, calm down. Hey, let's go. One. You
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Let's go, D.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
3-5-7. Come on now. Come on now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? Right? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby. I'm coming, baby. Tyson. Kill. Where's 5-7? Check flight 47. Hey, orbit. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Hey.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 120. Hey, pick your game up. Check.
Now Wentz again. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On first down, they run with Howard. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 36, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing is Wentz. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
They run with Howard. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Jaguars 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hit him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
In your face.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact...
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
180.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
A handoff to Fournette. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Push him back. Push him back.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars are back within a score. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it first and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. And now it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space and let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Foles now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham, his second sack of the night. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
2nd and 13. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for James O'Shaughnessy. Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's a give to Fournette. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
59. Ready?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, they trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball. Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge. Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back. Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you? Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, but it seems to be working pretty well. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On the ground, Rawls. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in.